Thank you, Axel Toss. The sixth and final match of day number 2, PSG and EG. One team going home.
What's wild to me is the two players we're looking out for are the two rookies. These are players that not only is it their first time here at Atlanta, it's their first time in the RLCS at all. You have Chicago and you have Fruity. They have seriously brought something new to their team, and the fact that they're the ones that we're looking at, they're the ones that we're hoping can hold the ground. It's up to essentially the veterans around them to really support that and let them shine.
Yeah, and this is a little bit of two different stories. EG had a very good day number 1, winning their series versus Tainted Minds in a close 5-game series, and then also taking Dignitas to 5 games, whereas PSG reverse swept by Chiefs in heartbreaking fashion and almost reverse swept by G2. But you're right, Carpet, all eyes on Fruity and Chicago. Will Chicago step up, or will Fruity yet again lead PSG to victory?
What is the thing we hear at EG the most? Stop doubting us. EG at Team Classics especially, a player we don't really talk about his mechanical skill, and I have to say every time that I find the ball or the camera on that man's car, it is absolutely beautiful. He is seriously so mechanically strong. We don't talk about it because he's generally selfless. He's usually more physical, and he's not always going to go for the pretty flashy plays. But this is going to be it.
Well, someone's RLCS journey for Season 6 ends here. PSG and EG going head-to-head. Corrupted G. Ball leaking out to Chicago. Chicago challenging Classics, forcing Chaussette and Farah to double commit. Now Corrupted G with the hit. Classics missing his follow-up. Chaussette getting dunked on by Chicago. Good bounce. Farah forced to make the play. Double commit. Classics and Corrupted G both up. Fruity misses. Corrupted G trying to work some magic here. He'll have to bail out. Shot from Chicago's wide. Rebound out to Classics. He wasn't able to make the shot. Now good control from Chaussette. Pokes it up the wall. Centers it out to Fruity. Fruity off the backboard, but that one's going to be knocked to the side. EG now on the counterattack. Classics with the dribble, flicks it by one defender off the backboard. Chicago missed his shot. Corrupted G with the follow-up.
Farah!
But Farah with the own goal. EG take the lead.
He must have suspected this was going to be a better shot. Chicago flailing about, Corrupted there to be the third man. Fruity and Farah. You gotta question what happened. What decision was just made there? That was one of the more egregious own goals I've seen in a while. And that's gonna keep Evil Geniuses, or put them in the lead, I should say, in this series.
Yeah, absolutely a rough start there for PSG and for Farah. See how they bounce back. Corrupted G trying to dribble this one down in the air. Chaussette upfield. Classics cuts it off the backboard hard. Chaussette can't make the read. Another miss. Chicago with the follow-up. 2-0 EG.
This better not be what we see the rest of this series, because PSG are in for some trouble. This is not great defense. As a matter of fact, it's bad defense. Yeah, double commit there at the end, both missing it. We see a huge miscommunication for that first
started
goal.
to go up for it. He wasn't able to get it. Farah had a late jump and misread it. You're right, Carpet. It is not a pretty start for PSG.
Let's just hope that we can chalk it up to nerves and that they can get rid of it after this game. Or even so far, even if they could do it right now, that'd be perfect.
I mean, you'd think they would have gotten over the nerves after the reverse sweep situations. Maybe there's some lasting effects. Farah trying to get this ball cleared out, gets it by Classics, no boost, centers it to Fruity. He did beat 2 defenders, but Chicago hits it off to the side. Chaussette meets him. Classics getting demoed after trying to take control. Corrupted G off the sidewall. Fruity taps it, now centers it.
Gives it up more like.
Now possession back in favor of EG as Corrupted G hits it, follows it up down the sideline. Farah beats out Classics. Fruity waiting in the middle, but Chicago hits it to safety and is able to try to get the clear, rather. Fruity shuts that down. And now Farah keeping it in the EG half. But Chicago with a floater there. Chaussette will turn it aside.
PSG not really having any forward thinking. No forward thinking plays here from PSG. They're just driving it up, seeing if somebody misses on defense, and then supporting each other. They're smacking it mid with no one there to support, so they're just giving up possession.
And now EG on the quick counterattack forces Fruity to make the save. Follow-up saved by Fruity. Now Corrupted G tries to get that back into the middle. Classics with the challenge here, wins it. Farah trying to get the ball, but he centers it out. Corrupted G will chase it down. Good pressure from EG, but PSG holding firm. Farah with the challenge, goes right to Fruity, shooting opportunity, but Corrupted G cuts it off. Now Corrupted G gives up possession. Chaussette might be going for another hit, does get it deep into the EG corner. Farah now to Fruity. Chicago cutting off the passing lanes. EG not letting anything come in front of their net. Now Corrupted G off the backboard, that's gonna bounce. Fruity has to get the read, he does. Now Chaussette follows it up. And a good 1-2 clear for PSG, relieves some pressure.
They need to do more than just relieve pressure at this point though. They can do a 1-2 clear with that third man dropping all the way back to play safe. This is not the time, you've got a minute for 2 goals.
Time is indeed running out. PSG still scoreless as we approach the final minute of game number 1. Classics, wasn't able to get to it. That ball hit off the post and came back out into the middle. Farah, ball out into the middle for Chaussette.
That's it.
A wide open net. Fruity will finish this one off. PSG are now within 1.
Look at this challenge from Farah. 2 people still couldn't get it past him, and he got one more touch. Again, the quick turnaround from Chaussette and Fruity, now making it a 1-goal game with 54 seconds, looking much more likely for them to stay in this.
And you've got to wonder why Classics and Corrupted G were both in the same spot going for that challenge. A little bit of miscommunication. We'll see if PSG can make them pay. We saw them steal a game off of G2. Can they get one here against EG? A close shot follow-up from Chaussette. He misses contact.
They still have control.
Corrupted G into the corner, low boost from him. Chaussette keeping the pressure on. Ball still in a perilous spot. Follow-up from Farah, blocked, but the net's still open. Corrupted G hurls in front of that one. Chicago now challenging.
EG has no boost. One player just picked up some.
Corrupted G with a very important clear there and gets another touch. But Chaussette looking for the pass. Fruity into the corner. Final 10 seconds, it's now or never. Fruity blocked again by Corrupted G. Chicago misses his touch there. And Fruity wasn't able to get it up the wall. You can see a sigh of relief by EG as they take the victory in game 1.
And I'd say a sigh of relief for PSG as well, because that looked way better than the first 2 minutes. The first 2 minutes of that, I'm holding back my words because there's really no nice ones. That was pretty bad. A lot of their defensive mistakes were just on mispositioning, whiffing the ball altogether, bad communication.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Fruity, he was the shining star, at least this game for PSG. The one thing that was going right for him. Farah absolutely struggling. You see there, only 70 points on the game. Corrupted G making save after save. 3 saves for him, some big ones. And also Chicago getting a goal of his own. Classics assisting both of them.
The fact that Corrupted G had 3 saves and 3 shots, he had the most saves and tied for the most shots with Chicago at 3.
And you know, I guess that's how Classics is so fast. Just always be working out those muscles in the hands. So I mean, a hand warmer there for Corrupted G. EG came prepared. You can just tell by looking at it.
Classics is quite the crowd charmer, man. He really likes playing up the crowd. He is one of the most energetic players. It was in, I believe, what was it, E-League a little while ago. I heard him through my headset across a stage because of how loud he got when he got a goal. And that man is so energetic.
And I mean, maybe after working out that much, that's how he's able to almost shred that jersey from Dignitas.
Hey, I wouldn't be able to. That was a risky move. If you're gonna, I hope he pre-toured that, because that was a risky move to try and tear a jersey on camera.
But they took game number 1. Can EG take game number 2, or will PSG come roaring back? We'll find out right now. Kickoff, Classics and Chaussette going head-to-head. Follow-up from Corrupted G.
Chicago there early.
See if Farah can bounce back. He had a rough game 1. Chaussette with the shot. Chicago with the save. And remember, Fruity and Chicago, both RLCS rookies. And in their rookie season being thrust into this moment.
Great cross.
And another save. Corrupted G and Chicago working together for that. Early out of the gate, PSG putting on the pressure.
Clearly flipping a switch from last game. This is what I'd like to see. They're not just driving into the corner. They are at times, but they're still trying to peel it away from that back wall, keep it away from the defenders.
Now finally, what seems like for the first time in this first minute of gameplay, EG breaks out of their own half.
What a touch from Fruity.
Chicago again in the back has been a bulwark. preventing anything from going into the net.
Chaussette baiting the pass to the mid and then trying to pop that right back in a net.
And now forced to make that clear to the sideline. Farah misses his hit. Has to watch as Chicago gets a booming clear. Ball out into the middle. Chance for Corrupted G, but Chaussette gets there first. Corrupted G putting it out to the side. Classics with a follow-up. Fruity up in the air. He puts that very much wide. And gets a little bump on Chicago as well, messing up that clear. Now Chaussette going for the challenge. Classic gets it by him. Chicago. Challenged by Fruity. Corrupted G hits it back into the PSG corner where Classics takes over. Corrupted G turning around. Chicago a little too close. He'll retreat. We'll see if he can get it by. Goes for the ceiling play. Going for another hit potentially, but just a little too little boost.
We're starting to see physical play from EG as well. Their last drive, they tried for a bump on goalie. Tried to move Chaussette out of the way. Chicago again looking for the bump. Was it enough? No. Two defended.
See, PSG is scrambling on defense right now. Fruity with a big 50-50 win there. Gets the center ball, but Corrupted G gets a hit. Ball still dangerous.
Chaussette.
Going for the double tap, but no boost in the tank for Chaussette. And EG gets the clear. Now Chaussette again. Off to the side. Farah waiting for it. Off the ceiling. Fruity coming in. Gets the center. Chaussette's up. Tries to go for the double tap, but didn't have the greatest first hit. Follow-up. And that one cleared along by Chicago.
Chaussette's playing incredibly fast right now. Might be a little too fast for his own good at times, which is why he's not getting those accurate touches, but he's still keeping control, keeping EG away from having any plan in this game.
Fruity with a good challenge. He's going to go for the center, but it's a little wide, but still a setup.
Chaussette!
Chaussette with the double tap! Just Farah! And Farah cleans it up on the rebound. But look at this shot from Chaussette.
The speed again, he read that coming across knowing he'd make it. He got the second touch, nearly putting it into the net, but Farah there to support off the post, and PSG take the lead.
And that was a bit of heroism from Chaussette, almost scoring it on his own. Farah cleaning that up. PSG looking a lot sharper in game two.
Oh.
A demo from Corrupted G on Fruity takes him out of the play.
It would have been a dangerous play had he not taken him out.
Couldn't see a ceiling play right now, but Farah cuts it off. Goes for the shot. Chicago back, gets the touch. And Classics also going for that ball. Miscommunication from EG. We'll see how they recover. Classics again going for the same ball, so EG miscommunicating a few times. Chicago centers that out. Dangerous ball. Did get another hit. And now the demo. Chaussette, if he can get there, the net's open. He takes advantage, and PSG extend the lead to 2.
Giving them a bit of a taste of their own medicine. Physical play, something EG's known for, but PSG giving it right back to him to give them that 2-goal padding. Chaussette there to support his teammate. 1:14 left.
And PSG has answered right back. Though Chaussette has been stepping up for PSG, Fruity continues to play well. Chicago gets one flick, goes for a touch, but it's hit up the sidewall by Farah. Farah shoots it towards net, but Classics is there. He'll hit it into the corner. Chicago taking it up, going for another hit here, goes for the flip, reset,
he
gets it! But Chaussette was there to make the save. And now on the counterattack, Chaussette hits it down to Classics. Classics slow playing this one, goes for a flick. Chaussette with full boost will hit it off to the side. Farah's waiting, but Corrupted G cuts it off. Fruity with the save.
So Classics in net, trying to be a bully. Corrupted again, bumping Chaussette.
Ooh. Chicago going for the shot. That ball going wide of the net. Now Chicago goes for dunk. Corrupted G over to Chicago. Chicago pops it up. Classics with the follow-up. That one blocked by Farah. And now Fruity leads the charge. Final 10 seconds. Center ball to Farah. Farah off the backboard. Corrupted G tries to deny it. Multiple players miss. And that is going to be it for EG in game 2. PSG answer back.
Looking like nerves were going to affect them heavily this series. They fixed that immediately. Halfway through game 1, we saw them pick it up. It was a little bit too late for that game, but clearly not for the series. They will end that one with 2-0. but will it stick? Will they fall prey? If they lose another match, will we see the nerves come back? They're a team that we've seen it kind of, I guess, be one of their falters. EG, we know that they can be consistent, but PSG really picked it up. Chaussette so fast to that ball.
Absolutely. Farah getting a goal of his own, but really Chaussette, he was the difference maker in this game. That play from him was spectacular. Getting that shot, although it didn't go in, off the crossbar, it was an easy cleanup on the follow-up. Chaussette really making plays. He has all tournament long, even last series, game number 1, 4 goals to his name. Chaussette has been on fire. Chicago is a player, he topped the points chart in this game for Evil Geniuses. You expect him to lead the charge, but EG, they were shut out. Couldn't even get a single goal in game 2.
Now, James, you mentioned it. We saw a couple of double commits from Evil Geniuses. Do you think that alone was one of the biggest reasons that they lost this, or was that combined with them not working as much on offense?
You know, with games being only 5 minutes, they can be defined by just very few moments. So those times you go for a double commit, you're using up boost and you're putting yourself behind where you have to play catch up. It makes it so difficult for you to get anything going. And we saw EG do that multiple times. They cannot afford to do that in game 3 if they hope to win. But PSG, they want to force those mistakes. They're hungry to move on. Game number 3. We're here on Neo Tokyo. Chicago. Ball floating up into the middle for Corrupted G. He misses that hit. Now Chaussette into the corner. Classics, not the greatest touch. A good bump from Chaussette, and Corrupted G clears it off his own wall. And follows up again for the clear. Good touch from Chaussette. He sees Farah, but he's just going for the hit to keep it out of EG's hands, rather, but it didn't work out. Chicago goes for a shot, but now hitting it into the corner.
Farah's got Fruity to support with Chaussette on defense.
And we've seen Farah go for a couple air dribbles from his own half. Chance for Classics.
Classics.
Used up all his boost, but wasn't able to put a shot on target. Now Corrupted G turning for it. Off the backboard, going for another touch there, but that play broken up by Chaussette. Classics. Again, denied by Chaussette on the back wall, but Chaussette's out of boost. Need help from his teammates, finally getting some on the respawn of the boost. Chaussette putting pressure on EG. Chicago hits it to his own corner, trying to dribble it to Classics in the middle. Classics, a great first touch, and he's gonna catch PSG off guard. EG take the lead.
You talk about small mistakes. This was just a rotation error.
Oh,
there was
beautiful.
just too much gap between those two, where Classics actually really just interrupted what should have been pretty standard.
And he completely faked out Farah. Farah thought he might try to pop it up, maybe go for a slower shot, but Classics with just a brilliant first touch penalized Farah on being too far out of net. Just like that, EG take the lead. Chicago now gets that ball out of harm's way. EG responding in game 3. Classics down in front of net. Farah with a booming clear. Classics off to the side. Corrupted G again misses. We've seen him miss a couple hits. Chance for Chaussette, pops it up, and he's gonna get the goal. A mistake from Corrupted G. Chaussette makes it pay.
I mean, this is an absolutely critical mistake. Classics knew Corrupted G was going to hit that. We all knew Corrupted G was going to hit that, except for Corrupted G. I guess he felt like he was going to, but a miss like that, it really throws your whole team for a loop, and now it's tied right back up.
We'll see if that mistake comes back to really haunt them. It's been a tight series so far. Classics chasing this down. Fruity popping it up off the ceiling. Chicago in the corner. Farah challenged by Corrupted G. Fruity's up in the air, gets it clear. Now Classics on his own back wall. Farah does win that challenge, but Classic demos him for it. Hit upfield. Classics going for the touch, wins the 50-50. Chicago's there, but beat to the ball by Fruity. Now another double commit. Classics and Corrupted G both going for the ball.
Fruity shuts it with a bump there. Yeah.
But no boost for Farah, and he makes it work. Threads the needle and gets the lead for PSG.
I wonder if he heard that his teammates bumped into each other, and he's like, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to solo this up. Corrupted trying to body him, his teammate in the corner thinking that he was going to get some sort of interruption. Farah acted like no one was there, just took the shot, no boost, and now they're in the lead.
I mean, things looked grim there for PSG for a moment. The team bump. Farah with no boost. Working magic to get that goal. Now Chaussette taking his time. Goes for the pass. Farah was waiting for it. But now Classics on the counterattack. Farah going for the read. Does get it. Chicago's waiting. Fruity. Corrupted G going for the challenge. Going towards net, but Farah will have an easy hit. Classics keeps it in the PSG half.
Trying to put as much pressure on Classics. Almost there for another touch. And now you're going to see if EG, can they steal the boost? Can they suffocate this team?
And there's that center ball. Classics with a shooting opportunity, but Fruity had something to say about it.
Classics snagged the boost again in the corner, and he's up there for the cherry pick.
Oh, going for the backboard pass. Chicago with the shot, saved by Chaussette.
Corrupted's there.
Corrupted G will hit that off the ceiling. Classics with a light hit towards net. Farah's gonna clean up.
I think Classics and Chicago may have bumped just a little bit on Chicago's retreat.
That was an opportunity for EG. They weren't able to put that by the defense of PSG. Corrupted G now off into the corner. Chaussette. Now Chicago clears it. Fruity waiting at the half. Good win by Classics. Now Corrupted G with a touch off the ceiling setup, but Chaussette shuts down the play. Back into the EG half. Corrupted G gets a good pinch that goes out in the middle. Fruity was waiting for it. Now going for a double hit, used up all his boost for that. Chance, Corrupted G, going for the pass. Chicago, the follow-up. Challenge going up the wall in the corner.
He snagged the boost as well. If they push for these 30 seconds, there's a chance they can overwhelm. Looking
and
for the bumps.
Center ball, and Corrupted G is shut down.
Classics made it to that?
But still, it's not enough. Cleared off to the side, a miss from Corrupted G. Chicago gets a touch. Now the final 10 seconds. EG, their last counterattack, up to Chicago. That's bouncing into the corner, and Classics misses. Chicago racing back, and that won't be able to be kept alive. PSG win game 3.
This could be not much closer, to be completely honest. These teams are seriously going toe-to-toe. I'm happy to see PSG not feel overwhelmed by stress and pressure. Evil geniuses, when they turn it on, when they want to be quick, holy crap, they're fast.
And you know what moment came back to haunt EG was that play where Corrupted G missed making contact with that ball. It bounces right out into the middle. And Chaussette was able to capitalize.
Would have been overtime. Would have been a tie game. We would have gone into overtime. They would have been able to continue to fight. And they also had control towards the end of that. So it looked like it could have been in their favor potentially after that kickoff. But we have to erase that. It's too late. What's happened has happened. It's written. And now PSG are on match point. One more and they live.
And what a day it has been for PSG, having to go through North America's best teams, taking out G2, now on the verge of taking out EG.
See Chicago, a player that seriously showed up this season. We didn't know what to expect. We knew he came up from a rival series team, but man, did that guy impress. He is one of the best players I've seen this season. Consistent, as well as being young, so he's got the fire in him. He's trying to improve week by week, and he's shown it. And he's got Corrupted G and Classics on his side. Is it enough? Will they stay alive? Can they bring it to a game 5?
Well, if Chaussette has anything to say about it, that is not going to happen. Chaussette has been fantastic. This could be the final game of day 2. Let's hear it. PSG, EG, game number 4. Chicago on the kickoff. Corrupted G gets bumped, but he recovers. Not much boost to work with. Fruity now up the side. Going for the ceiling play. The shot's going to be high, but it bounces out. Chaussette wasn't in position.
He might have gotten a little ahead of himself. That's the speed that he's capable of. But again, if he tries to do things too quickly or too early, you'll see misses like that where he hops up before he orients his car, and it's going to be a difficult touch.
Center ball. Chicago a little late, but Farah had missed that ball. Classics going for the challenge here. And that one going back towards net. Corrupted G will leave it for Chicago. Out in the middle, Fruity beats Classics to the ball. Corrupted G gets bumped out of the air by Fruity, and Chicago bails out EG. Classics with no boost. Just trying to make a play on this ball. Fruity finally comes to challenge. Classics still with nothing. And a big win there from Chicago, or at least challenge. That'll buy some time. Now, EG able to get some boost. Classics going for a pinch pass. Out into the middle. Corrupted G over to Classics. Fruity back down into the middle. Chicago hits it up the side. Classics just got full boost. He'll be able to support. Corrupted G not able to get there. Classics the last one back. He hits that off to the side. And Chassette putting on the pressure.
All three going for it.
Oh, and Farah able to clean up the pass from Fruity.
All three defenders here from EG making an attempt. No, Chicago got bumped on a team attempt. Fruity seizing that opportunity, knowing he had to get it in front of that net as quickly as possible. Farah also noticing there to support, be a target for his teammate, and PSG take the lead.
A rough start for for EG rather. PSG getting out on the right foot. Center ball, double commit yet again. Classics and Corrupted G.
Chicago got a touch on that.
And the pass, but Chassette won't let much happen. Farah getting it by. Classics a lot of boost to work with. How we make the play. Gets a long clear. A great play from him. Puts EG on the attack. Chicago going for the bump in net. Now Farah up to hit the ball downfield. Chicago with some time. Finds Classics on the wall. Center ball. And the Corrupted G again barreling in. Net wide open. Classics with a shot blocked away by Chassette.
But there we see another double commit from EG. If they hadn't done that, would they have had that third man support? Would it have gone in, or can they make up for it now? It's bouncing in the middle. No one there to take the shot.
Corrupted G has been all over the pitch. You've seen him go for the same ball as Chicago and Classics. Now, Chicago going for a challenge. Corrupted G, center ball. Classics was there, but so was Chassette. And again, this could be the final game of the day.
Demolition!
The demo opens up the net, and Corrupted G ties it up for EG.
Finally, the physical play pays off for EG. The demolition on the goalie and net. And we will see a wide open net for Corrupted G. The aggression of EG finally coming together.
That was a heads-up play from Chicago on the wall. He's able to wave dash, continue to get that speed, and get that demo. EG don't want to go home just yet. Center ball, cut away by Farah. Classics hits it downfield to Farah, or Fruity, who was waiting. Chicago with the challenge. Farah quickly following this up in the EG corner. Classics up to Corrupted G. Corrupted G with a touch. He'll be chasing this down along the wall.
Got Chicago.
Chicago with the shot. Farah with a big block there. And now Chassette beating Classics. Corrupted G needs to get there. He was a little late, but still got a touch. Farah sending this above EG's net. Corrupted G over to Chicago. Chicago downfield. And now Fruity has a chance to beat Chicago 2-on-1, and that's going to be a goal for PSG. The numbers game just too much for EG.
I love this attack from Fruity. He knew there was one defender. He just needed to bait him into making any decision that wouldn't make a win. Chicago has faced the wrong direction. He knew that challenge wouldn't be great, so he just stopped it right there in his tracks, and Chassette followed it up.
PSG just 1 minute away from moving on to day 3. Chicago getting challenged by Chassette. Classics. Thought he saw the net open there. Now Fruity above the net. Chicago getting a touch. Classics needs the challenge as well. Perilous spot. Chassette with the challenge, almost dunks it in. And now Classics off the wall to Chicago. Chicago downfield. Farah and Fruity both up. Chassette with a touch. Great control from him, going for the air dribble. Chassette, the one-man show, extends the lead.
Nerves are nothing for this man right now. He does not care who's in his way. He's consistent, he's mechanical, and this is the fastest I've ever seen this man play. He gives them a 2-goal lead when they're looking to move to day 3.
Chassette. Unbelievable play from him, and off the kickoff. Corrupted G puts EG within striking distance.
That keeps them in this fight. They needed that 28 seconds to score a goal and tie it up. They need a game plan. They have to keep control.
28 seconds away. EG's life on the line. PSG want to move forward.
Oh.
Chassette up the sideline. Chicago with the block. Farah over to Chassette. Chassette back passes, trying to burn time.
A little too
off
risky.
the clock, off the ceiling, into the middle. Chicago! He's there! And he does it for EG! We're tied up!
With no hesitation, the challenge from Classics and the chase from Chicago. 9 seconds left, they keep it tied up. Evil Geniuses.
Chicago, the rookie, stepping up for EG. 9 seconds left in regulation. Classics in the corner, pass out to the middle. Chicago blocked by Fruity. And Corrupted G decides to keep it in play. Fruity with no boost, hits it down, and now ball going towards net. Not enough boost! Oh my God! Third time! Game number 4! That was as close as it gets! Chassette off kickoff. Now Fruity off the backboard. Corrupted G a little slow to it, but still pops it by. Chicago getting demoed.
Corrupted picks right back up where he left off.
The challenge there, Corrupted has to leave it. Fruity gets the hit. Chicago over to Classics. Classics with a touchdown. Chicago now ball off the corner. Chassette pops it up. Corrupted G, center ball. Fruity, he missed his hit. EG might be able to take advantage. Corrupted G with the challenge. Ball to Classics. Classics hits it just wide. Now above the PSG net, dropping down. Chassette needs to get the hit. Fruity double commit. Dangerous spot.
Chicago's there, he's going for the shot.
Can he hit it? No, Fruity gets the ball off to the side. Corrupted G again, EG, relentless pressure. Fruity pops it by Classics and gets another hit. Chicago last one back, clearing it down the center of the field. Chassette pops it up. Classics is there to meet it. Chicago, he's up, going off the backboard. Chassette hits it aside. The shot from Corrupted G! He finds the upper 90, EG are going to game 5!
Staring down defeat, EG show they've got what it takes to bring it.
And you can see the look on Chassette's face. That is what PSG is feeling. Let's take another look at this game-tying goal from Chicago. The rookie stepping up in the biggest moment for EG.
Let's go! Let's go! We're still in this tournament! Let's go! Let's go! Come on, guys!
You
And
love
you
to
can
hear that.
passion.
You love it, dude. That is my favorite thing about that player. Classics is one of the most passionate players, especially when he wins. I mean, that feels the best.
And after a very rough game for Corrupted G, he comes back and gets a hat trick. What a series so far. The final game of day 2 going to game number 5.
This is it, PSG. This is where my fear might come true. They're a team that has had nerves plague them. And if there's ever a time to feel really nervous, it's when you give up a lead in the last 7 seconds of a match and then lose in that same overtime when you had it. You saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not there just yet. You haven't lost it. But game 5, Evil Geniuses, PSG, who gets eliminated and who moves forward?
Let's hear you, Las Vegas. Game number 5. EG, PSG, one team going home. The other moves on to day 3. Chassette up the sidewall. Fruity off the backboard. Corrupted G has to make the read. Gets it up into the middle. Chicago, the shot blocked by Chassette. Corrupted G, E-break turn, finds Classics, the give and go. That shot's gonna be wide. Oh my, the follow-up from Classics! EG take the early lead.
Look at the team play opening up on this. Classics to Corrupted right back. The shot nearly in the upper 90 and Classics still there to support.
And you saw the look on Chassette's face after game 4. You can tell he is affected. That missed touch there costing him. Classics getting the opener in game 5. And there are no more second chances. This is it.
Bump onto Farah from the backboard. Makes corrupted.
Now Chicago going for the pass. Corrupted G being challenged. Classics up, Chassette. And now Fruity. Good challenge, good defensive play from him. That'll relieve pressure. Good clear. Chassette, not much boost to work with. Finds Fruity over there, aims for him rather. But Fruity makes the slow play. Chicago is able to get to the ball. Classics racing towards it, leaves it for Corrupted G. Off the backboard, Chassette, not the greatest touch from him. Chassette now scrambling to get to the ball, does get it by Corrupted G. Classics on the wall. Farah in the middle, blocked by Corrupted G, a big block from him. Chicago with the sign. Farah keeps it in. Corrupted G waiting in net. Going for another challenge, leaves it for Classics. Classics pops it up. Chassette will have some time, but a miss hit from Chassette. Chassette has to retreat. Classics with a clear. Chassette needing to get a good hit here. Does get it off into the corner. Corrupted G trying to put the pressure on. Chicago challenges Fruity. And now Farah upfield. Corrupted G going for the clear. Fruity switches the field. Now Chicago with a challenge. Farah's gonna turn on it. Got bumped a little bit, but still gets it by. 1v1. Farah could not get the flick.
If he'd gotten that, that could have been the tying goal. At this point, Evil Geniuses, they just want to buy time, but if you play too passive, you know PSG will punish.
Chicago getting challenged there. Classics off into the corner. Center ball, good center ball, but no one was towards it. 1-2 play, a 3 coming in, the third pass. That one almost working out for EG. You can tell they're feeling it right now. Oozing with confidence.
Even with the 1 goal up, they're still opting for plays like that, seeking each other out. It's the defense I'm a little worried about. They had a couple double commits earlier this series. Have they fully ironed that out?
But PSG,
it's on target.
Oh, Chassette gets the save. PSG was in this high pressure game 5 against G2 and they came out on top. Can they do it again here? They're only down by 1. Less than 2 minutes left.
The speed we saw from Chassette, will we see it again?
Oh,
can it bring them in?
Touch.
Chassette!
Oh, the pass to himself and Chicago makes the save. Chassette had a chance and the block again by Corrupted G. Follow up, saved again by Chicago. EG's defense holding strong.
PSG get closer with every drive.
Farah with a good first touch. The double commit.
Then on target.
There, that shot is high. Follow up again high, and Corrupted G gets this ball out of danger. PSG has been attacking non-stop, but EG refuses to give up a goal. And a big clear from Corrupted G. Is that enough to buy them some time? Chicago with a demo. Farah, the shot, but that one's wide. A miss from Corrupted G. Classics gets a touch, ball high in the air. Corrupted G with a good challenge. Chicago over to Classics. Classics too slow. Now Chassette into the corner. Farah getting bumped by Classics. Now Chicago up the sideline. Final 30 seconds. PSG needs something now.
Chassette's there.
Off the backboard, chance for Farah, but Classics comes in and gets the bump, forcing that shot high, and the challenge again by Classics. Farah getting blocked by Corrupted G. Chicago with some time. Fruity with the challenge. Final 10 seconds. 7, 6, Chicago with a miss. Fruity trying to get the center ball. Chassette